don't you think that this is I mean, yes, you can still take care of a kid in Islam, but you cannot give them your name. You cannot treat them like your kid. They cannot inherit your money. They basically have no right. But I think he stopped something so beautiful and so kind because he wanted Zainab.
Per my understanding, he was trying to gradually stop slavery. You get it?
No, we're not talking about slavery. We're talking about adoption.
What he was trying to say was when you have a slave, give him whatever name, wherever he's coming from, let him bear his identity. Do not change their names. You get it? Do not change those people's names. Even if you marry a woman, for example, you get it? If you're married to a woman, do not change the surname of your wife because she belongs to a different family. You get it? I don't know whether you are getting my point. Christians, once you marry to a husband, you indirectly change your surname to the husband name. You get it? But Islam do not support that. What Islam says is, let whoever you have, whether it is a slave or it is an adopted child, let the child bear the identity of that child, that family that he's coming from. You get it?
لا والله أقسم بالله I didn't get it. أقسم بالله. I swear to God. I didn't get anything. But Harun, stay here, my dear. I will go to Sayed. Maybe Sayed. Sayed, hi.
Hello. How you all doing?
Good. Did you get his points? Because I
actually didn't understand your question. Can you come again?
No, we were talking about adoption. We were talking about how adoption was it's a very kind act, or at least this is how I see it. You take care of a kid.
From my perspective as well.
Yeah, you take care of a kid. Why in Islam you cannot give them your name? They cannot inherit your money. You can marry their wives. You can marry their daughters. It's like it's not your kid. And Prophet Muhammad seems like he did it because he liked Zainab.
I'm sorry. I had a call. I'm sorry. I had a call. I'm sorry. I had a call.
Say, there is an echo in your audio. Whenever someone has a call, there's this echo situation. Okay. I'll take you, Muhammad Hamza. And so
hello there.
Hamza, hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. How old are you, Hamza?
Hello.
Hamza. So, is it internet?
So no,
Hamza.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm 14.
You are No. You should not even be on TikTok. No, my dear. Kids are not allowed. You should not be on TikTok at all.
Once you still allow me to be on this, and I was making a point which you are saying is not clear to you. Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
I am with you. I'm listening, Harun.
I was saying, be it slave or an adopted child, what Prophet was saying, and he's still saying, is that once the person has his identity, let the person remain with those identity. Do not change the names of your slaves or whoever belongs to you from different family. It is only your child.
Harun, don't you see it as why Prophet Muhammad mixed that with marrying Zainab bint Jahsh? He could have just say, do not do this anymore, stop it. We're going to do things differently without, marrying the wife of his adopted son. Don't you see it like there's something off, there's something weird about this guy? Whenever he wants to change something, he go and get a woman.
What is the benefit in whatever you are in what you are saying? What is the important? What do you want to? What is your objective in bringing Zainab into this conversation?
It was mentioned in the Quran. وَلَمَّا قَضَى زَيْدٌ مِنْهَا وَطْرًا. Verse 33, verse 37. Chapter 33, 37. I did not mention Zainab. I'm sorry, Zayd. قَضَى مِنْهَا, when Zayd was finished with her. Her who? It was Zainab. Thank you, Mark. So Zainab is mentioned indirectly in this verse. I cannot ignore her because there is a verse about her. And my question is, don't you think from a human perspective, as a human being, don't you think that this is something that Prophet Muhammad could have changed without marrying this woman?
I think your question is rather not clear because you were saying Zainab and you are now diverting to Zayd, and the Zayd that you are bringing on board, your story is not clear. I don't know, what is your claim?
So Prophet Muhammad was gifted a slave by his first wife Khadija, and this slave was Zayd. Prophet Muhammad freed him before he became prophet and adopted him as his son. Is that clear so far?
Yes, it's clear.
Great. This Zayd, this person, grew up to be a man, and then he got married to Zainab bint Jahsh. Prophet Muhammad went to look for him one day. Zayd was not at home, but Zainab was there, and it seems like it was the first time he saw her face to face, and she was not wearing a lot of clothes. Like she was at home. She was just probably wearing something very light. He liked her. And this is when the problem started between Zayd and his wife.
Can you give us a reference to whatever you are saying?
Yeah, you just have to go to the verse 33, chapter 33, 37. If you go to the tafsir of this verse, you will understand the whole story.
You are giving a story, so where from the content that you are giving? Where from it? The content that you are giving, the narration that you are giving, from which are these? Did you get that?
You just need to go to the tafsir of Ibn Kathir or Tabari, and they will tell the whole story in the tafsir of the verse 33, 37. You will understand who is Zayd, who is Zainab, what happened, why this verse was revealed. And there are hadith included in the tafsir, a hadith sahih hadith, verify and classify as sahih by Ibn Kathir. So my question is, if Prophet Muhammad cares really about changing the rules of adoption, he could have done it without marrying this woman, without taking the wife of his adopted son. However, he added her to the list of the wives that he had. Don't you see something off about this situation? I hope that I explained the question, Harun. I'm gonna let you go and check the tafsir, and I will come back to you. Hi, Shirazi.
Hi, Mariam. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Thank you. And Durud, we Iranians, I'm not very good in my English, but we Iranians don't say Durud in a Persian way. So some of us use Durud instead say Salam.
Durud.
Durud.
I know
Durud.
Khudafis.
How you are is a goodbye. No, I just want to say I love your lives.
I appreciate
I,
it.
I I watch your lives almost every time you are on live, and I enjoy them very much. And I want to say something about. I hear a lot that many Muslims saying that Islam is the fastest growing religion, but I don't think it's true because many of us Iranian live in Islam. I think every day, especially in Iran, many of us live in Islam.
Yeah, I
Um,
know. Iranians are like saying goodbye to Islam so fast.
yes. Because I think if we manage with our revolution in Iran and we get rid of the mullahs, I think Islam is going to be the minority in Iran. I think we're going to go back to our real religion, Zoroastrianism.
Yeah.
Uh, I believe
I
in
will
that.
I'll be making a lot of videos about Iranians and how they are leaving Islam. I'm just waiting for someone from Iran, a friend of mine, to give me some data, and I will be making a video about it. Shirazi, thank you so much for your kindness, for your support. I appreciate you.
Okay, thank you for your lives.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank you.
for watching.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Harun,
I was saying something, not knowing I muted myself. I was saying the content that you are bringing on board, I totally disagree to it. I don't
why?
think it's true. It is not true. The tafsir that you are even relating to, it is not true. The real
Harun, your internet disagree. Your internet is cutting off. I come back to you. Inshallah, the internet will be better. Icon, hi.
Hi sis.
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Is it a bad day?
A little bit.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. It will pass. Believe me.
But by the way, I'm Muslim from Indonesia.
Oh, yeah, still, bad day is gonna pass, so don't get stuck on it. So welcome in from Indonesia. I was honored to get a lot of people from Indonesia before that. So happy to have you here. So were you born a Muslim?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. And why do you think Islam is the best religion or the right religion for humanity, for you?
Actually, I want
Yeah,
to ask you some question.
sure.
This I'm sorry if my English so bad.
No, yeah, you're doing good so far.
I just wondering if we go Google and we search how the Mary, the mother of Jesus, looks like. The picture always he used the cover his head. I mean, like the Muslim. Can you any explanation of that? I mean, why the mother of Jesus use hijab to cover his hair? Meanwhile, the majority of Christianity doesn't use it.
Maryam or Maria, the mother of Jesus, was wearing hijab.
Yeah, I mean, we can search it in Google, and we always find that the mother of Jesus always.
Yeah, I mean, Jewish people used to ask their women to cover. It was more like a Jewish tradition.
But is it in the Bible?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
Christian. I'm not. Peacemaker is
But-
here, and he will definitely talk
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
Bible.
yeah. It's in the Bible. And
But
women are
it's not
supposed
your
to cover
turn.
their head.
It's not your turn yet, my dear.
No, Because you said you don't know, so I said I'm
No,
just
but
helping.
no, I'm having conversation with him, please.
I
So
was just helping.
my understanding is that hijab or women covering or the veil is something that it was not created by Islam. It was something common in many cultures, many societies, even before Abrahamic religions. Free women used to wear veil, and it was different from place to place, where slave women were asked to show their body. Basically, hijab, the hijab of someone who is a slave, a woman, is like the man. She can actually show her top body and keep it without clothes. Putting something on top of your head as a woman is something that other people practice before Islam.
Yeah, by what you're saying is, can we agree that every prophet is the same? I mean,
I don't know. There are many prophets that are mentioned like in Quran that we don't know nothing about. We don't know anything about them, but they are mentioned. Like we don't know their story, what they did, what happened, the people they were sent to. We know nothing about them.
I mean, before Prophet of Muhammad, there is Moses, Noah, Abraham.
So who
I
was
mean,
first? Was Moses first or Joseph first?
what?
Which prophet came first? Was it Moses or Joseph? Yusuf or Moses? It's a very simple question.
Maybe it's Moses.
No. Yusuf came way before Moses.
Okay,
Yeah.
but there is the proof that the prophet, I mean, everything that prophet came before is actually the same religion.
The same religion? No, I don't think so. There are 3,000 religions in this world, as far as we know. Between pagan, people who believe in God, people who believe in nature, people who worship the sun, etc., etc. And these religions existed since humans had developed a brain. As soon as we have prefrontal cortex and temporal lobes, we started believing in something that we never saw, something bigger than us as human beings. Like this is what we should believe. This is what's making the thunder. This is what's making the rain. This is what's making the sun. And this is how religion started. Now we came to the point right now where most people are followers of Christianity, of Islam, or of Hinduism, Buddhism. Does it mean that all these religions are the same? No, every religion is different. And what you are saying about Maria, the mother of Jesus, wearing a veil, is just something related to her tradition and her religion as a Jewish woman, because she was Jewish. Is there anything else you want to add, Icon?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right. Thank you so much, and I hope that you will have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Aisha?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How's it going?
It's going great, alhamdulillah.
Are you Muslim?
Yeah, sure, alhamdulillah.
How old are you, Aisha?
I am 25.
Okay. Are you comfortable talking?
Yeah, sure, I am.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because you're like whispering. If you're not comfortable talking, let me know. Okay?
I'm comfortable talking. It's actually night time before bed. I was just listening to this.
Oh, I understand. So the question is, why are you Muslim? Why do you follow Islam?
I'm actually a born Muslim, and as far as I have known, Islam is the best religion I have seen so far.
The best religion.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more? Why it's the best religion?
So
Give me an
far,
example, like what something so amazing about Islam, so wonderful, like you cannot find it anywhere else.
there are a lot of things actually which I can talk about at the moment, and the place of women in Islam is the greatest I have ever known so far and the best.
Maria, I'm so sorry, my dear. I did not see your request. Let me try to bring you. Hold on. So I was talking earlier with Sana, and Sana was telling me that Islam, for example, gave women all the rights that we can think about. Islam is beautiful. She's 18, though. I have to say that maybe she doesn't know much about Islam. But you, Aisha, do you agree with her?
I actually agree with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me one exceptional thing, a beautiful exceptional thing that Islam offer to women?
Yeah, the most beautiful thing I have seen is that wherever in any age a woman is, they are protected by their loved ones, or let's say
Protected.
what do we call? Yeah. We are protected by our men who are our loved ones, our family members, right? For example, a woman, a child is protected by, she should be protected by her father. And then when it comes to a marrying age, she is protected by her husband, and she is given the queen of the house. She is called the Rabbaitul Bait, where she is she is called the queen of the house, where she can lead her own family, and she can guide her children and bring up them in the best way possible.
Does the mother in Islam has any opinion when it comes to her daughter marriage in Islam?
Mother in actually a child can choose on her own. Any woman can choose to marry on her own will.
When it comes, so in Islam, there is no marriage without wali, without guardian. So can this guardian be the mother in Islam?
Actually, no, because
see,
no,
that's the thing.
The mother cannot.
So this is like something that a lot of people don't notice. The mother who really loves, like, I don't think there is anyone who can love their kids more than a mother. Though she doesn't have any opinion when it comes to the marriage of her own daughter.
That's wrong.
Actually, not even a mother or father have to have a say on this.
No, but it's always a father or a brother or an uncle. But although they say that Islam respects the mother so much, al-jannah tahta aqdam al-ummahat, etc., but you are not translating this into actions. You are not giving the mother the right to say no or yes when it comes to her daughter's marriage.
See, actually, not even a father is given the right to say yes or no, because the child herself.
But she has a mother too. Why it's always the father?
She can ask her, right? She can ask her casually. She can ask her father or mother.
But Islamically speaking, in Sharia, the mother cannot be the wali. Don't you see? Don't you see?
Why do we need?
It's strange. Like, why?
It's
Maria,
not
that's
strange,
not true.
Actually, we can decide for our own will. Actually, a woman can choose her husband on her own will, and the father actually gives wali.
لا زواج إلا بولي, لا نكاح إلا بولي. You cannot marry someone without a guardian.
And if the father does not, actually, the best is not practiced because of different opinions or different cultures or different perspectives of people. So the best of Islam is not practiced by most of us, even though we are Muslim. Don't you believe that?
Well said.
I disagree with you. Of course, you are entitled to say that as a Muslim, but I disagree with you. I think
Actually,
what you
I'm
said
not
about
entitled. If anyone of any religion takes their own responsibilities and takes their own decisions
but you
according
were
to their
saying you said
brain
that.
and the
But hold
environment they
on,
live in,
hold on.
right?
I'm just saying that you can claim whatever you want to claim based on your faith. That's
Yeah.
okay. But I disagree with you because in Islam, women are not protected. Women are controlled, but they try to make it look like it's protection. Oh, it's exactly what narcissistic gonna do. I'm the only person who care about you. I'm the only person who
I
cares
love
about
you.
you. I am the only
I love
person.
how
That's the typical narcissistic controlling behavior. They think about women as people who cannot make a
I don't think they're
decisions.
controlled.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you
don't
have
think I
half
have
a
never been.
brain.
I have been a
You have
Muslim,
half a
raised in a
brain.
Muslim family,
But
and I have never been controlled by a man. I have never been
I'm so
controlled by
happy
a
for
Maria,
man.
give
you.
her a proof, Maria.
So
Prove it.
happy for you. So happy for you.
Alhamdulillah.
Prove it,
Maybe
Maria.
you
Prove it.
have a voice. Maybe you're a strong woman. Maybe your parents are
Oh,
great people.
No, actually,
But
I actually believe what they say. I know that if a woman in society gets along with men and etc., things happen because if they're not protected well by their families and
what
if
do you
they're
mean
not guided
things
well,
happen like things? What are you talking? Like, are you talking
for
about
example, if a woman,
zina?
if men, yeah, or other things, not only zina, but other
But
things too.
Muslim
For
women are
example,
being
harassment. Let's talk about harassment.
sexual
Let's talk about
harassment happen to
harassment.
Muslim women more than any other women in the world.
Why do you think?
Why Muslim women are the victims of sexual harassment in Muslim
Why do,
countries by
why do you
Muslim men?
think? Why do you think
wait,
it is
can you
just
give us
Muslim
numbers,
men,
Maria?
or is it?
Lots of
You
the
know
fake
why?
piety.
It
That's
said
not true,
that
Maria. It's a
Muslim
joke.
men. It's
Yeah.
actually because they give protection, so they try to protect the young ones or women. Then these problems arise because of that. Because they try to protect them, these problems
They
arise.
harass them because they are trying to protect them.
No,
Maria, do you have
actually,
numbers?
in
Do you have
any
statistics?
society,
Yeah.
harassment.
In 2013, there is a UN survey
Yeah.
study that they
Uh-huh.
did, which actually say that more than 98% of women in Egypt were sexually harassed.
Actually,
Yeah.
can I tell you a fact why this is happening? Why there is why the numbers are seen in Egypt, except even if not in other Western countries?
Aisha, are you a sociologist?
No, not really.
Yeah. So okay. So you're talking from a personal perspective, not as a professional person. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Aisha, can I come in?
No.
if you don't
Aisha,
mind?
let her explain.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been discovering this. I have been learning on my own through internet and other sources that I have exposure to. So, actually, from my perspective, a Muslim country or a Muslim woman actually opposes these type of things or these harassments, or they can take this as harassment more than the Western people. For example, in Muslim society, we can't hold hands, right? With our non-mahrams, we can't hold hands, or we can't get too touchy with them, right? So, I would report that as harassment. For example, if I'm living in a Muslim society, I'll surely report that as a harassment. So all the numerical facts are based on the things recorded. Therefore, Islamic society reports more harassment than the other Western societies.
And touching someone's hand or touching their body is not sexual harassment?
It is sexual harassment
So?
for women of Muslims, not for the Western culture.
If a man gonna force his hand into your hand or force his
Not
hand
only
into your
forcing,
shoulder
it's actually
or
not
on
only
your
forcing.
butt or on your back or your hair, this is forcing a touch. And either it's a Western woman or Muslim woman or an atheist woman that's actually forcing himself on you, and it's wrong, no matter what.
Sure. Wherever it is false. It doesn't have to happen to any woman anywhere in the world. But what I'm saying is, a Western woman would not consider her hand to be held as a harassment. She would not take that as a harassment. But a Muslim woman would.
Oh no, they do. They know the boundaries and they can say no and they defend themselves. And they report that and they record
I'm sure
it.
it's not as much as a Muslim woman do.
Well, you are just making, you are now.
Please get a grip.
You are victim blaming Western women
Maria,
by saying that they accept sexual harassment.
Western cultures of Western.
Okay, Aisha, if you can stay, that's fine. But
it's my turn if you don't mind, guys. It's my turn. So Maria, I just checked the numbers. The highest number countries with the highest rape. Rape is the
not rape. Use grape.
Well, rape
is grape.
Okay,
the
can
word,
you give me the 10 highest numbers? Can you give me the 10 highest countries with sexual harassment? I will bet you there is not one Muslim country in that 10, in the first 10, because I just checked rape. The first 6
grape.
are African.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute you because I don't think you're listening. Don't use the word rape. Use the word grape because of TikTok policies.
Okay. Sorry about that, Maria. Sorry about that. So the 10 highest countries are all Christian. With the grape, okay? The 6 of them, say the first 6 are African.
Lying.
7. Number 7 is Switzerland, Sweden. Number 6 is Sweden. The first 5 are
lying.
Number 1 is
my
South
friends.
Africa.
Why don't you check? Why don't you be another hypocrite and go check where the highest porn, child porn is?
Hold on, guys. No, guys. You're using word that's gonna, guys. We use.
Can I talk? Why is she cutting me off? Why is she cutting me off?
I said corn, Maria. I said corn.
I said
why is she cutting me
where
off?
the highest child corn is researched.
Let him finish.
Pakistan.
Maria, let him finish, please. Let him
White
finish.
Christian men leaving Europe and going to Thailand, where they fornicate with children in Thailand, and that's sick. And we all know about that. It is known. That's why Thailand is the place for I would call it slavery. Prostitution is a slavery. That's why it's illegal in Muslim
for everyone, I would say, not only Christian. I mean, people from Gulf countries, Saudi, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, they go to, and it's wrong.
Yeah. That's why Islam forbids it. That's why we don't have the laws, because women are covered to protect them from rape.
Hold on, I want to ask you something. I want to ask you something quite
Maria,
different.
let me ask you something. Maria, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You were saying that, men are protective about women and the women don't have rights or whatever. Let's say you're walking, you and your husband, okay? And they've done a study about that. I've checked the study.
I don't have a husband.
You and your husband.
I have 7 husbands.
Okay, let's say you have one husband and you're walking with him, all right? You're walking with him at night in a dangerous place, and a few guys come with knives and to attack you. Who's going to defend you or the husband?
We don't need you to defend women.
Can you please shut up so I continue?
Can I respond to
Hey, guys, one at a
Can
time.
you please
Hold
be
on,
quiet?
hold on.
If you don't mind, Maria.
And be respectful, please. Be respectful.
Yeah, but she's coming out.
No, there is no need to use aggressive language.
Okay, let's say you're walking, you and your husband. Who's going to protect you? Who's going to fight those guys, or Who's willing to die for the other one?
I
The
have
husband is gonna die for it. Be
I have a
honest.
permit. I have a permit. I have a gun. I carry it with me. So no matter
No, let's say
who
you
gonna
don't
show
have a
up,
gun.
I will use it.
Listen. Who's gonna fight? Who's stronger, you or the husband?
I
Who's
have a
gonna use it to
gun. I have a
protect you?
gun. I have a
By
weapon.
statistic, let's say
It
you don't
doesn't
have a
matter
gun.
if you have
Okay,
a black
no, not
belt,
you. Or any women.
jujitsu.
They've done a study about, they've asked women and men who would die for the other one and protect the other one. All the men said,
some women are
wife.
cowards
The
and they're
woman
gonna
said, no, I
run.
wouldn't die for my husband. Go check it. Don't be, listen, I've asked you a question and you're being dishonest. No woman would fight and the man would run away. No woman would say, listen to her husband. Why
I
don't
will
you
say,
hide and you fight them
both
guys?"
of them gonna run, and they have to run.
No,
So if,
no, you know
you
the
have
husband
to
is
run.
always-
If someone is
Listen,
trying to attack
who-
you, don't try to play the hero. Run.
99% of any city is built by men. Why can't women build those cities? Why can't they be bricklayers? Can you tell me?
What else?
What
What else? You have one
Why aren't
minute, and
women
I
in
will
Europe
take.
and
I will
America?
take it.
Wow, you don't like what I'm saying, Maria.
No,
I
I'm
just
listening. I told you.
exposed
You have
I
one
asked
more
you and you
minute.
started running away from my question, and I said, women, there is no. I would ask anybody with a brain in his head if a man would protect the woman or the woman would protect the man if you're attacked by a gang. And you just said the gun. A gun and then you started no they would run away. That is complete baloney. So I just exposed your thoughts. It doesn't work. Islam works. The lady you've asked her, you said no, but you forgot to ask her, does the bride have the say or not? In Islam you have to ask the bride and she has to accept, and you know that, but you were disingenuous. You didn't ask her that question. You went straight to the mother. What's important is that the bride has to agree, but you didn't ask that question because it doesn't fit your narrative, Maria. And that's why
your 1 minute is up. Your 1 minute is. That's a lot of misogyny out there. Look, if we're gonna start talking about men and women nowadays, I'm gonna just give you something very, very simple. Which gender who are making more of the violence in this world, the reason of the wars, in a prison, raping, stealing, men or women? They are men. Does it mean that we have actually to reject men and not respect them and make them look like they are our enemy? Absolutely not.
What's that got to do with
They have their own problems. They are the victims of their own misogyny, because I have to show anger and I have to be the tough guy and I have to use and this is something that we see like the reason of all the wars, the crimes, most of these crimes, most people in prisons are men, but we cannot use it against them to hate them or promote hate against men. We just need to understand that men need to change their mentality, the mentality that you yourself embrace. The mentality that makes you look that you are better than women, that you are the one who's building. No, you're not building shit. You're not building shit. Without women, you don't even exist. There is zero existence to men, for men, if it's not for women.
Of course, I didn't say that.
If it was not for your mother and your wife and all the supports that you get, and all the comforts that you get from women, you will never be able to build shit. So I agree with you. Don't use your ego when you talk about facts. You have to talk about facts the way they are.
Yeah, but I didn't say women.
Now you said all the wrong things that men like to hear. You said all the wrong things that men like to hear. Look, go separate this word in two parts. Keep one part for men and let women live in the other part. And I will give you 1 year, and men gonna actually finish each other. No, men will finish each other. If they live without women, they will finish each other. Rape will happen within men. They will destroy everything. They will try to take over and control. And there will be more violence than ever because they cannot take it out on anyone else except each other.
Okay, let me ask you, why
Women
don't
do
women
not
go and build? Why don't
so
women go and work?
now I'm gonna ask you an honest question, Mr. I am smarter and stronger than you. If
Say that.
you
It's the fact. It's a fact. That's what happens. Who builds houses? Come on. Can anybody tell me that women are the ones who go and build and do the hard jobs? Who does the
Are you for real? Are you for real?
who does the hard job?
okay.
Can I give you data
Do you live
about
in a house?
engineering?
Do you live-
I don't think we are talking to someone who is really smart. Because if you are smart, you have to acknowledge facts. Look, as a human being, I never say and come here and say that men are not physically more powerful, bigger and stronger, and you're taller, etc., etc. But it doesn't mean that I have to use this to make you the top and women the lowest or on the second grade. It doesn't mean that you as men are smarter and women are dumber. No, there are men who are smart. There are men who are dumb. There are women who are very, very smart. And there are women who are average or not smart. And there are men who are stronger than you physically and smarter than you. Does it give them the right to control you or make you look dumb or make you second class or third class? Absolutely not. We cannot use this standard to categorize people. We have to show respect to each other and understand that these differences doesn't make us better than each other. And it's so hard for you as a man to accept that. Yeah, you lied. It's not lying. You're so blind with your ego as a man. The misogyny, the message that you want to say is just a message that's gonna make men higher and women lower, just to justify what is in the shit. Because Quran is putting the women down and telling them, you're not smarter enough. You cannot be the witness.
Doesn't let women down. The Jannah is
everything. Look, Aisha, look, I'm going to tell you one thing. Prophet Muhammad, when he did the Isra and Mi'raj, when he came back, he said, most inhabitant of hell are women. Why?
Do you know why?
Because they are ungrateful. Because they are ungrateful to their husbands. This is exactly what this person was trying to tell you. You have to be grateful to me as a man. You have to be obedient to me. I am the builder. I'm the smarter. I'm the stronger. You do not have an opinion. You have to follow me. Otherwise, I fuck you up like the Islam Quran tell me to do. And you as a woman, you make their job so easy by coming here and justify. We're going to justify and let men do whatever they want to do. I think I talk a lot. I'm so sorry, but Maria, I'm going to come to you. Aisha I'll come to you, but let Maria talk.
Oh, just hello, Maria. Good to see you. Did I skip the user down there, CH1? He was ahead of me, so if he wants to go ahead of me.
No, Maria, it's your turn. You go ahead, please.
Okay, because I don't want to skip you. You were ahead of me. Okay, here we go. Yeah, too bad you had to drop the gentleman that was up here, but I think you did a good job because he would have interrupted everybody, female speaking. That's how they're drilled in Muslim countries. If you're still in the live, you hear what I'm saying. Listen, mute up, Aisha, because you're clueless. Okay? I know your cult. I know your book. I read more books than you can ever read. What Maria said was absolutely correct. What she just explained to you. And I'm going to go even deeper. If in Muslim ruled, Sharia ruled countries, if in Sharia ruled countries, girlfriend, listen to me, okay? There was freedom. First of all, Islam would crumble like a dry cookie. Second of all, I cannot stand the misogyny of women needing men to protect them or needing a black shroud looking like a garbage bag walking to be pious. We in Western countries, we don't have that. We dress normal. If something happens here when a man, irregardless of his background, gets too close to a woman for comfort, if she feels that a man gets too close to her, she calls the police. We have panic buttons. You can get those at the police free of cost. What is not reported from Muslim countries, and that's why the guy that was up here didn't bring up numbers, is the accurate numbers for the grape, because women need 4 witnesses in order to prove that they were raped in the first place. And I mean, by your Quran, in Sharia, you need witnesses that see the actual act of it happening, going in and out. Otherwise, you as a woman will take the blame. And this feeds the ego of men like the guy that was up here. Second, let me tell you this. I live in a Western country. I have several college degrees. I went to med school. I'm a graduate from med school. I do what a doctor does. It's called a PA, physician assistant. That's a degree you get in the United States that is comparable to that of a doctor. I started as a nurse and worked my way up and went back to medical school. I live in Europe now, and I actually had to build, because the need was here, a safe house for Muslim women living in the Western country that I live in, that were married off much too young to much older men in Muslim countries, that get the crap beaten out of them by their loving husbands, Sharia style. They can't speak. If they run away, their families are after them to analyze them. We've built a safe house, and we are full with 20 beds, long-term stay, to keep these women safe, to get them a divorce if they want it, to get them the help they need, the medical help to fix them up, the lawyers' help, the help of the psychologists or the therapists, to help them, become human beings so they can face a life of freedom. They are assisted by the government and the police in my country, that once they have done all of that, they have gotten a legal divorce. Most of them, 99% of these women, leave Islam while they are with us, because this takes some months to get all the legal stuff through, to get them to heal up, to get them to have the confidence to even want to go out in public because they're so scared, and to get them actually new papers with new names so they can start a new life in a city where their families, their crazy Quran-addicted families, can't get to them. Let me tell you another thing that you might have never heard about, because it's pushed underneath the carpet. Rape in Islamic countries is way higher than that of the West, because what we Westerners do, we actually report the numbers that are happening. In Islamic countries, the numbers are all shush under the carpet. Do you know that Pakistan is one of the countries, it's the country holding place number 1 undefeated since years for the internet search for child corn? Just replace the C with a P. And you know what I was just trying to say? I'm not trying to get Maria's life banned. That's why we use different words here, because of the TikTok rules. But I think you're getting what I was trying to explain to you, okay? Those are numbers that have been established. But in Sharia ruled countries, usually for a Western country to take a look in and see how many people are there that are Muslims, how many Jewish people live there, how many atheists live there, it's impossible, because you can't get these numbers, because it's all about lies. Takia, all about Muhammad. And you have to wake up, read your books, read the hadith. I don't know if you're Sunni or if you're Shia. The Shia have hadith, the Sunni have hadith. Whatever applies to you, read it, and read it in Arabic. Don't read translations, because your scholars corrupt the translations. Read it. and you will wake up to what Islam really is all about. I'm really sorry that I sound aggressive, but what you said earlier made me really swallow so hard because I face the reality of Islam every day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria. Very well said. And I respect you so much for what you do for helping domestic violence victims and supporting them. It's very hard for someone like you who witness that every day to hear people defending Islam. And I understand that sometimes like this kind of intensity come from place of I cannot accept that you guys don't even sympathize with victims of domestic violence who are from your community. Aisha, do you want to comment before I go to Samira?
Just a second. I'm sorry. Just let me squeeze on one more sentence because I saw in the comments that I was lying. If I'm lying, you prove that I'm lying. Okay. You know nothing about me, you little twerks in the comments. I know what I'm doing every day. I do the Safe House as charity. I don't get paid for that. I built that from my own money. Okay. So unless you people can step up to the plate and do the same thing that I do, you better not speak up. I work full.
Guys, if you don't show respect to someone who work in like the health field and helping domestic violence, who are you going to show respect to? Come on. I mean, if you're going to say this kind of comments again, I'll go ahead and block you. Please, moderators, don't let anyone be like an idiot in the way they express themselves.
And Maria, what I wanted to express to you, my thanks goes back to you because it's for people like you who speak up, who were grown up or raised in an environment that was Islamic. You got to see the good and the bad sides, and you're speaking from your own experience, not from the back of your pocket. People like to tell me because I'm Christian, I don't know. But even I get along with atheists, I get along with Hindus, I even get along with Muslims if they are not crazy Sharia. But I don't respect Islam because Islam is the only religion in this world that we know of all reported religions that goes around the world trying to force itself upon people, including their Sharia. And they do not respect if a person rejects faith altogether because they want to be an atheist. They don't want to be Christian. They don't want to be whatever they don't want to be. Everybody has a right to believe whatever they want to believe. And I'm saying that as a Christian who loves Christ. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Aisha, if you want to comment before I go to Samira.
Yeah. I want to say thank you for her work and may Allah bless her for everything she does for the community, help for anyone who is in need. And may Allah guide her to Islam.
To Islam.
And yeah, sure. The best religion ever. And this is not about belittling anyone or any religion here, actually. I'm not talking about belittling any religion or any faith here. What I want to say is the societies we are brought up in or wherever in the world or anywhere, actually, it's not about just Islam or any religion which does these things. It's the mindset of people, the men or the people of the society who does
culture.
This.
You mean culture?
Not actually culture. It's just everyone has an individual thinking, right?
Did you ever think to become an atheist?
No.
May Allah bring you to atheism, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, I'm having the best religion I have ever had, so
atheism is beautiful too. I mean, I'm not asking you to join, but I'm just praying, Ya Allah,
sure,
Ya Allah, Ya Allah.
And for sure, I don't think you're an atheist because you're asking Allah for your dua, right?
Yeah, it's not your Allah. My definition of Allah is something else.
Oh.
But like your Allah in Islam can bring you to atheism. Inshallah, Ya Rab. Allahumma ameen, Ya Rabbil Alameen.
You're using
And
all Islamic terms.
yeah, I mean, I was a Muslim. I can read Quran. I
May
can
Allah
speak
bless
Arabic.
you back to it.
Yeah, inshallah, ya Rabbi. Thank you so much, Aisha.
Inshallah.
Hopefully,
Yeah. Thank you
you will
too.
come here and say the Shahada of atheism soon.
Of course not.
Of course, I will wait for you, and we'll be very happy. We'll like
May Allah
celebrate, have
not misguide you.
balloons, and some kind of music. Yay!
May Allah not misguide you back to
Maria
you.
will be here, still Christian, I guess. Maria, I love you. Aisha, thank you so much.
Thank you. May Allah bless you.
Samira, go ahead. Thank you again, Aisha.
Hi, Maria. How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
Good. Still fighting the good fight.
Well, looks like everything that Maria said did either Aisha did not hear it, or like it didn't do anything to her.
Because it's the brainwashing. I mean, can we just normalize not even calling Islam a religion? Because it's a cult, honestly.
It's an ideology. It's a cult. It's a cult. Of course, it's not a religion.
It's not a religion. It's a cult, seriously. And by all definitions, it's a cult. Because it's only a cult that if you leave, you can go join. But if you leave, your penalty is to be unalived. It's by all definitions. You have no choice to wear what you want to wear, think how you want to think. And end of the day, if you decide to leave, you get unalived. Anyways, I was coming up to reply to that man. Oh my God, Maria, you have the most, the patience of a saint.
No, this time I honestly blocked him. I blocked him because I had a little bit of hope that he will be more human, because he had been here many times. But it seems that it's not my job to change him.
Exactly.
So I was like, I don't like his messages to be shared in this live, because that's absolutely not acceptable.
Exactly. I was gonna say that, how he claimed, and Maria beautifully said it, Maria Magdalena, in terms of essay. Of course, when you Google, he's right. When you Google, you might find some of the Scandinavian countries coming up, and the reason for that, I think it as well. It's because there are so many protections in place for women in the West that when they go report, even if they get touched, even if you touch someone with your hand one time, that's categorized as a say, and you can go to the police, report that, and that will be properly filed, and it will be added to the statistics. If that person is found guilty of what you're accusing them of, then you become a part of the number. Now, if you look at places where it says the best places in the world to be a woman, also the top countries are those same countries. You'll find Norway, Finland, Iceland, Denmark, Luxembourg, Switzerland, Sweden, Austria. These are the top 10, because there are so many rights for women